All right, I'm going to do something interesting here. I am going to summarize a YouTube video and then have it put the summarization in a Google Docs file so that I can read it later. Because this is something I often do. I want to create a summary, but then oftentimes, if I don't get back to it right away, I've lost it. And if I don't save it, I've lost it, and then I forget about it, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to open up this. I'm at the AI Revolution YouTube blog, and there's a lot of good AI stuff here. I'm going to click on Sam Altman, who's saying that the next CEO of OpenAI could be AI. Yeah, that's wonderful. And then I'm going to just basically tell it to, whoop, I don't want to start it. Okay, summarize this video, with timestamps and links to important points or ideas in the video. Store the summary in my Google Docs. Now notice I don't have Google Docs. I have Google Docs loaded in a different tab, but now obviously not here. In my Google Docs, and title it Sam Altman Shocks Again. All right, now let's put this in quotes. All right, so summarize this video with timestamps and links to important points or ideas in the video. Let's fire this up. And good. I have to say that now every time. We're not hung up. It's actually working. So it's compiling a detailed timestamp summary. I'm going to pause this now and come back when it's done. Okay, it's done, but we had an issue here. There appears to be an issue opening or creating a new Google Doc automatically at this time. This could be a beta issue. Again, this is not fully in production yet, so this could be a problem with opening up Google Docs. I know it can do it. So basically what it's saying is it's provided the summary that I wanted, then you can copy the summary into a Google Doc and titled the document, or the way I wanted the document titled, and so on. Well, that's good enough. I'm not so concerned about this. I suspect they'll get these kinks worked out in short order, or in fact, by the time you read this, this may be working flawlessly, or it's quite possible I could try this again and it would work without any issue whatsoever, and I run into this all the time. Okay, so up until this point, we've basically been working with Google Docs, but it also works equally well with Google Sheets. The Excel clone in Google. And so I've got a number of Excel files that I have created over the years. One of them is Florida State Parks. Now, I have been an avid bird watcher my entire life, and I was doing some research. I used to live in Florida, and I go to Florida quite often, usually about once a year. And I often do a lot of bird watching in Florida, but I was interested in Florida State Parks. So I created this spreadsheet, all the state parks in Florida, their latitude and longitude, and the number of species, bird species, that have been reported at each state park in Florida. So now let's go back to this list. Now I'm going to ask a question about this Florida State Parks file. Okay, so analyze the Florida State Parks sheet and tell me which state park has the highest number of species seen. All right, analyze the state park sheet. Tell me which state park. Okay, that should be fairly straightforward. Let's click on Analyze or Go or Summarize, whatever you want to call this button here. It's generating a response. Okay, so it's analyzing, open and review the sheet, blah, blah, blah. Now it's opened the sheet. That's nice. And I can see the Google Sheets homepage with a list of spreadsheet, blah, blah, blah. Okay, very good. Now this is really interesting what it's doing here. So I can see more entries now. I can see more. I noticed, I noticed that Honeymoon Island State Park has 323, which is higher than the 321 I saw earlier for Bill Baggs, Cape Florida State Park. So it's analyzing this step by step, looking for the state park with the highest species count. Okay, I can see more entries, so it's perfect. I can see that I've reached the end of the data. The last entry is Yellow River Marsh. That's exactly correct. And it's still working. It seems the sort didn't work as expected. The data still appears to be in the same order. I'm still at the bottom of the sheet. Well, let's see what it comes up with here. Okay, this is done, and I have to say it got the right state park. So Honeymoon State Park has 323. That is the highest number of species in my file, but it really took a convoluted route to get there. It actually searched for a count of 324. In fact, if you look at the steps here, well, let's not go through that. This is long enough already. But it found the correct answer. I wasn't particularly impressed with how it went about finding it, but it did find it, and that's really what we were after. So, Comet works equally well with Google Sheets as well as Google Docs.